Book summary. Book title: The Algebra of Wealth by Scott Galloway. Introduction to book summary. The Algebra of Wealth by Scott Galloway. Part 1. What if wealth isn't about money, but mindset? What if I told you that wealth isn't really about money? Not your paycheck. Not your savings account. Not even your stock portfolio. What if true wealth, the kind that buys you time, peace, power, and freedom, has less to do with what's in your wallet and more to do with what's in your mind? Sounds dramatic, maybe even a little uncomfortable, right? But that's the hard truth. You could be working 60 hours a week, collecting promotions, driving a flashy car, and still be trapped in debt, in fear, in insecurity, and worst of all, in a lifestyle that never feels like it's truly yours. And yet, there are others, quieter, calmer, seemingly less accomplished on the surface, who walk through life with an inner stability, a quiet confidence, and yes, freedom. They're not always the richest, but they've mastered something most people overlook: the algebra of wealth. Because wealth isn't just about having money. It's about understanding money, mastering the emotions around it, and building a life that's not just rich in dollars but rich in meaning. And that's where this journey begins. Meet Scott Galloway. Before we dive into the ideas, let's talk about the man behind this transformational book. Scott Galloway isn't your typical financial advisor. He's not some Wall Street insider in a suit and tie handing out investment tips. He's a truth teller, a brutally honest, unfiltered, highly successful entrepreneur, NYU professor, and best-selling author who's built and lost fortunes, and learned the hard way what truly matters. Galloway is known for being bold, brash, and deeply insightful. His no-nonsense approach cuts through the fluff and gets to the heart of why most people stay financially stuck while a few manage to transcend their circumstances. He's taught thousands of students at NYU's Stern School of Business, built multiple companies, and amassed a net worth that gives him credibility in the financial world. But more than that, he's lived what he preaches, and he's made it his mission to decode the rules of the game for the rest of us. In The Algebra of Wealth, Galloway distills decades of business wisdom, personal failures, and hard-won truths into one simple, powerful promise. If you understand and apply the 4 laws of wealth, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. Preview of the 4 laws of wealth. Let's get a quick glimpse of what this algebra is all about. Galloway breaks down the path to financial freedom into 4 core laws, each a building block, a principle, a lens through which we can reframe our relationship with money. They are: Keycap 1. Discipline. Without discipline, wealth will forever be out of reach. Discipline is the ability to live below your means, to resist the social pressures to consume, and to invest consistently even when it's not exciting. Keycap 2. Stoicism. This is about mastering your emotions. It's the inner strength to delay gratification, to withstand volatility, to avoid panic during downturns. It's the emotional armor that keeps your wealth plan intact through chaos. Keycap 3. Time. Compounding is the 8th wonder of the world, but it only works if you start early and stay the course. Time is your greatest asset, but only if you understand its value. Keycap 4. Diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. From income streams to investments, diversification protects your downside and multiplies your opportunities. Each of these laws sounds simple, even obvious, but their combined power is transformative. Together, they form a framework that goes beyond tactics. This is a philosophy, a life strategy. And make no mistake, mastering this isn't optional anymore. It's urgent. Why this message matters now more than ever. Let's zoom out for a moment and ask, why is this message so important right now? We are living through a perfect storm. The AI age is rewriting the rules of employment. Jobs are disappearing, industries are transforming, and the gap between the skilled and the left behind is widening by the day. Economic inequality has reached record levels. The middle class is shrinking, housing has become unaffordable for millions, and the dream of financial independence feels more distant than ever. Burnout and disillusionment are the new normal. People are tired of working harder and getting less, of chasing status symbols that leave them feeling empty, of trying to find security in a system that feels rigged. College debt, inflation, tech disruption, And the collapse of traditional retirement safety nets have left an entire generation feeling lost and anxious about the future. In a world like this, you don't just need money. You need a plan, a blueprint, a compass to guide you through the uncertainty. And that's exactly what the Algebra of Wealth offers. It's not just a book. It's a wake-up call. It's not just financial advice. It's a reprogramming of how you think about life, risk, and reward. And at its core is one powerful idea. Wealth is not about luck or genius or timing. It's about building your life with intention, using a formula that has worked for generations, and will still work, even as the world changes. Soft call to action. Don't miss this journey. So here's my invitation to you. Stick with me through this summary. Give yourself the gift of a few quiet moments to hear the ideas that could change everything about how you think about money, and more importantly, about your life. Because by the time we finish, you won't think about money the same again. You'll understand why most people stay trapped in a cycle of consumption and insecurity, and how you can break free, not with hype or hustle, but with wisdom, strategy, and courage. You'll learn what no one teaches in school. How to build wealth not just with your wallet, but with your mindset, your habits, and your vision. And you'll walk away with a map. A simple but powerful framework that you can begin applying immediately, no matter your age, background, or income level. Let's begin the journey. So let's get started. Let's unpack the algebra of wealth. Let's discover the real meaning of freedom. Let's silence the noise, cut through the lies, and get to the truth about how ordinary people can build extraordinary lives. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore each law in depth, what it means, why it matters, how you can apply it starting today. Because wealth isn't a mystery. It's not a secret club. It's not reserved for the chosen few. It's a skill, a set of behaviors, a pattern of thinking. And once you learn the algebra, you'll never look at money or your future the same way again. Part 2. Law number 1, compound luck. Key concept. You can manufacture your own luck. What if luck isn't random, but engineered? You've heard it 1,000 times. He just got lucky. She happened to be at the right place at the right time. They knew the right people. It just fell into their lap. But what if we've misunderstood luck entirely? What if luck is not some mystical force that floats around and strikes a chosen few, but rather something you can multiply, compound, and engineer? What if you could design your life in a way that maximizes the number of lucky breaks that come your way? That's the powerful and counterintuitive idea behind Scott Galloway's first principle in the Algebra of Wealth. Luck isn't random. It's a muscle, and you can grow it. Defining compound luck. Compound luck is the principle that lucky breaks increase with effort, exposure, and endurance. It's not about winning the lottery. It's about stacking the odds in your favor through repeated, intentional action. In Galloway's words, you can manufacture luck by increasing your surface area to opportunity. Think of luck as rainfall. Some people walk around with a tiny cup, hoping a drop lands in it. Others carry buckets, set out rain-catching systems, and build pipelines to collect every drop. Compound luck is about building the infrastructure to catch opportunity when it pours. Scott Galloway's story, a masterclass in manufacturing luck. Let's step back and look at the man behind this law. Scott Galloway didn't come from wealth. He wasn't born into connections. He was a middle-class kid, the son of a single mother who worked tirelessly to provide. He struggled academically. He was rejected by top colleges. Yet today he's a multimillionaire, a professor at NYU, a serial entrepreneur, and a best-selling author. How? By compounding luck. By showing up where others didn't. By saying yes to opportunities others overlooked. By taking calculated risks and surviving long enough to let luck find him. For instance, his early career began in investment banking, a field he admits he wasn't cut out for. But he stayed in the game, made connections, observed patterns. Then came the real pivot. He co-founded a digital marketing firm, Red Envelope, followed by the now famous business intelligence firm L2, which eventually sold to Gartner for over $150 million. These weren't lottery wins. They were the results of decades of positioning, resilience, and being in motion. Other case studies: people who made luck work for them. Keycap 1. Howard Schultz, Starbucks. Born in public housing, Schultz didn't grow up sipping premium lattes. He worked hard, got a college degree, and took a job at a coffee equipment company. One day, he visited a small Seattle client, Starbucks. That's when luck met preparation. He saw something others didn't. He took a chance, convinced the founders to let him lead. Today, Starbucks is a global empire. Was that pure luck? Or a result of constantly moving, learning, showing up? Keycap 2. Oprah Winfrey. Abused as a child, rejected multiple times in the media industry, Oprah faced walls everywhere. But she kept showing up, improving, learning, building her voice. Eventually, her break came. And when it did, she was ready. Her luck didn't fall from the sky. She earned it through tenacity. Keycap 3. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Apple wasn't born in a lab. It started in a garage with two young men constantly experimenting, failing, iterating. Their network, curiosity, and willingness to take risks created the lucky break of building one of the world's biggest companies. The science behind luck, it's not random. Modern research backs Galloway's view. In fact, psychologist Dr. Richard Wiseman conducted a decade-long study on lucky people. The findings? People who considered themselves lucky tended to be more open to new experiences, talk to strangers, try new routines, say yes more often, bounce back quickly from failure. Luck, it seems, follows those who are in motion. They increase their luck surface area by engaging with more people, ideas, and environments. Practical steps to multiply luck in your life. Let's break this down into an actionable blueprint. Here's how you can engineer luck starting today. 1. Show up even when it's uncomfortable. Most people wait for perfect timing, but success often comes from being present where opportunities can find you. Go to that workshop, attend that event, reply to that message, volunteer for that project. You never know which one will change your life. 2. Network intentionally and generously. Luck travels through people. Every introduction, collaboration, or casual conversation could be your next breakthrough. Practical tip. Start a spreadsheet. List 30 people you admire or want to connect with. Reach out to one each week. Not with a pitch, just to offer value, ask a question, or build a relationship. 3. Develop a personal brand. Today, your digital presence is your business card. Write, speak, post. Build something that shows the world what you're about. Whether you're a plumber, designer, or pastor, visibility attracts serendipity. You're more likely to be recommended, found, or invited into opportunities when you have a clear, credible online identity. 4. Move geographically if necessary. Galloway emphasizes this. Where you live matters. Cities like New York, San Francisco, Toronto, and London concentrate opportunity, talent, and innovation. If your dream industry or tribe is in a different city, consider relocating, at least temporarily. It may hurt short-term, but proximity compounds luck exponentially. 5. Take more shots than you think you should. The average wealthy person isn't smarter, they've just taken more swings at the ball. Start that side hustle. Launch that blog. Pitch that idea. Submit that application. The more actions you take, the more chances luck has to land on your path. 6. Become a student for life. Learn new skills. Stay curious. Take courses. Read obsessively. Every new skill adds another node to your luck web. The more intersections between your talents and the world's needs, the more likely it is that you'll be lucky. Key takeaways from compound luck. Let's summarize the main lessons from this principle. 1. Luck is a byproduct of motion. Standing still doesn't attract opportunity. Action does. 2. Your network is your net worth. Every relationship is a potential bridge to an opportunity you don't yet see. 3. You can build infrastructure to attract luck. Through branding, learning, connecting, and showing up, you become a magnet for serendipity. 4. Luck compounds over time. The longer you stay in the game, the more intersections of time, talent, and people collide into breakthroughs. 5. Luck favors the bold but rewards the prepared. Fortune may favor risk-takers, but it only sticks with those who've done the work. Real-world application. Let's apply this to 3 types of individuals. You're in your 20s. Say yes more often. Move to a city with high opportunity density. Join clubs, volunteer, attend events. Start a blog or YouTube channel about your interests. You're in your 30s or 40s. Audit your network, reconnect intentionally. Launch a side project to test a new income stream. Mentor someone. Luck travels through generosity. Take that course you've been avoiding. You're in your 50s or 60s. Don't shrink, expand. Join mastermind or alumni networks. Start that thing you always dreamed about. Speak and write about your experience. It attracts opportunities. Scott Galloway's final word on luck. I've never met a successful person who doesn't believe luck played a role in their success. But none of them were just sitting on the couch when it showed up. Closing this chapter. Luck is not magic. It's not fair. But it's not out of your control either. It favors the prepared. It finds those in motion. It rewards those who show up, stay in the game, and stay visible. And if you make it a habit to compound luck, you'll find that over time, success becomes inevitable, not accidental. Part 3. Law number 2. Diversified talent. Key concept. Stack different skills to become indispensable. You don't need to be world-class, just dangerous at many things. What if the secret to becoming wealthy isn't being the best in the world at something, but being dangerous at many things? Not number 1 in your field. Not a world-class coder, genius investor, or elite performer. Just someone who can do a lot of things pretty well, and combine them in ways few others can. This is what Scott Galloway calls diversified talent, or what others call talent stacking. And it's one of the most underestimated engines of personal wealth. Because in today's fast-changing world, the person who survives and thrives is not the specialist stuck in one lane. It's the one who can wear many hats, adapt quickly, connect ideas, and create value from different angles. Diversified talent is the hedge against irrelevance. It's how you make yourself too valuable to ignore. Scott Galloway. What is talent stacking? Talent stacking is the art of combining multiple complementary skills. Not to be perfect at any one, but to become uniquely effective at their intersection. Think of it like a recipe. Flour by itself is bland. Eggs are ordinary, but together they make a cake. Likewise, average skills in isolation don't impress. But stacked together like public speaking, writing, and data analysis, they create asymmetric power. The result? You become more employable, more entrepreneurial, more respected, more indispensable, and ultimately more wealthy. Galloway's story. How stacked talents made him rich. Scott Galloway's own career is a masterclass in talent stacking. He didn't build his wealth by being the best at one thing. He wasn't the top banker, coder, or marketer. Instead, he blended business acumen, data analysis, branding, storytelling, and public communication into a powerful package. Let's break down his stack. Marketing plus strategy. He founded L2, a business intelligence firm that tracked digital brand strength, combining insights with consulting. Communication. As an NYU professor and podcast host, Galloway became known for his blunt, brilliant, and deeply engaging style. Data. His insights weren't emotional guesses, they were backed by numbers, giving his arguments authority. Writing. His blog, books, and public posts demonstrate an ability to explain complex ideas simply and provocatively. Tech fluency. He wasn't a coder, but he understood how technology shapes the business world and stayed ahead of the curve. The result? He didn't need to be the best marketer or the best speaker. He just needed to be one of the few who could do all of those things together. It's the combination of skills, not mastery of one, that creates exponential leverage. Galloway. Other famous talent stackers. Elon Musk. Elon isn't the best engineer, not the best manager, not the best marketer, but he's very good at many critical skills. Physics, engineering, storytelling, product design, finance, risk-taking, leadership. This cross-functional ability allows him to dream and execute at a scale few can match. Naval Ravikant. Naval, angel investor and philosopher of wealth, has an incredible stack. Investment knowledge, stoic mindset, deep tech understanding, writing, philosophy, business negotiation. He turned modest startups into billions in value, not by being the best at one thing, but by thinking and acting across domains. Scott Adams, creator of Dilbert. Adams famously said, "I'm not the best artist, not the best writer, and not the funniest, but I'm better than 95% of people at all three. That makes me dangerous." His career exploded because of his combined competence, not brilliance in any one area. Why diversified talent matters more than ever. We live in the age of volatility. AI is automating narrow tasks. Entire industries are collapsing or morphing. The half-life of any single skill is shrinking. If you're a one-skill professional, you're vulnerable. If your one lane becomes obsolete, so do you. But if you've built a portfolio of skills, you can pivot, adapt, and evolve. Your talent stack becomes your insurance policy against being left behind. And more than that, it becomes your launchpad. Skills that give exponential leverage. Galloway and others identify certain skills that are especially powerful when stacked. Let's explore 5. Keycap 1. Communication. Verbal plus written. If you can explain ideas clearly, you lead. Strong communicators earn more, influence decisions, get promoted faster, and build trust. Stack it with anything: finance, design, coding, and you instantly outpace your peers. Keycap 2. Digital fluency. You don't need to be a software engineer, but you must understand how tech works. Learn how websites are built. Basic coding logic, e.g., Python, SQL. Digital marketing tools, email, SEO, analytics, social media dynamics. Tech fluency lets you scale ideas, run lean businesses, and speak the language of growth. Keycap 3. Emotional intelligence, EQ. In a world dominated by machines, the human edge is emotion. Learn to read people, manage your reactions, build rapport, lead teams with empathy. EQ plus any other skill makes you a team builder and opportunity magnet. Keycap 4. Financial acumen. Understanding, budgeting, investing, profit margins, business models, personal finance. This is the difference between earning well and keeping what you earn. Stack this with creativity, and you're a rare hybrid. Keycap 5. Data literacy. We live in a data-driven world. If you can, read spreadsheets, interpret dashboards, run basic analytics, understand trends, you have power. Data plus decision-making equals real-world influence. How to start building your talent stack today. Let's make this practical. You don't need to go back to school or change careers. Just commit to compounding learning over time. Here's a blueprint to begin. 1. Identify your current stack. Write down your current strengths. What are you above average at? Now ask, what 1 or 2 skills would double my impact if I added them? Start there. 2. Pick 1 new skill every 90 days. Don't multitask. Go deep for 90 days. Examples: learn copywriting. Take a coding course. Improve your speaking. Study Excel and finance. Write daily to improve communication. Use YouTube, Coursera, Udemy, Skillshare, or books and mentors. 3. Teach as you learn. One of the fastest ways to master a skill is to teach others. Write blog posts. Create tutorial videos. Post your learning journey. This builds your stack and your personal brand simultaneously. 4. Join skill-centric communities. Surround yourself with others on the same path. Join writing groups, code bootcamps, Toastmasters, Reddit forums, Slack groups. A writer who learns SEO becomes a content strategist. A teacher who learns YouTube becomes an edupreneur. Key takeaways from law number 2, diversified talent. Let's recap the core lessons from this law. 1. You don't need to be the best, just well stacked. Dangerous beats world-class when skills align across domains. 2. Every new skill is a ladder rung. Stacking skills gives you upward mobility in any environment. 3. Hybrid skills have market power. In a crowded market, the unique mix is what gets you noticed and paid. 4. Learning compounds. Each skill makes the next easier, and together they unlock more rooms. 5. Diversification is a hedge. If one skill fades, others catch you. You stay relevant and resilient. Galloway's final word on skill stacking. The most successful people I've met are rarely the smartest. They're the most adaptable. They've built skills that allow them to move fluidly through careers, industries, and crises. Closing this chapter. Talent stacking is the new elite. It's the weapon of the middle-class striver, the immigrant dreamer, the career pivoter, the corporate climber. It's how you go from replaceable to irreplaceable, from unnoticed to undeniable, from stuck to stacked. And the best part? It's in your control. You don't need permission, just curiosity, courage, and a calendar. Part 4. Law number 3, hard work plus strategy. Key concept. Work smart and play the long game. The easy life now is the hard life later. Here's a brutal truth. The easy life now is the hard life later. The hard life now is the easy life later. Scott Galloway. In a world obsessed with shortcuts, hacks, and one-click passive income, this law sounds almost offensive. We're told to manifest, visualize, attract, and automate our way to riches. But Galloway stands on a different truth. One forged through pain, sweat, sacrifice, and years of grinding. He says, there is no such thing as a rich and lazy person. The only path to financial freedom is hard work, strategically deployed. If you're looking for a shortcut, this law will offend you. If you're ready to build a legacy, this law will liberate you. The myth of passive income and the reality of the grind. Let's address the elephant in the room. The internet dream of passive income. You've heard the pitch. Make $10,000 a month while you sleep. Fire your boss, travel the world, and work from a laptop. Earn in your sleep with zero effort. But here's what no one tells you. Most passive income is the fruit of years of active, grueling, underpaid work. Passive income isn't truly passive. It's the residual reward of hard work front-loaded over years, sometimes decades. Take real estate investing. Looks passive, right? But it demands capital, knowledge, management, legal literacy, stress tolerance. Take YouTube creators and course sellers. They often grind for years with little to show before momentum kicks in. Take dividend investing. You need serious capital, usually earned through decades of work, to live off the income. There is no such thing as escape velocity without an engine, and the engine is hard work. Scott Galloway. Galloway's grit, from broke to multimillionaire. Let's zoom in on Galloway's own story. He didn't inherit wealth. He didn't launch a billion-dollar startup at 23. He was raised by a single mother. His grades were average. He got rejected by top schools. He worked odd jobs and barely scraped into UCLA. After business school, he worked grueling jobs in investment banking, grinding through 100-hour weeks. He was underpaid, overworked, and ignored, but he kept showing up. Then came his entrepreneurial years. He founded multiple companies, some of which failed. Others succeeded slowly, quietly. His breakthrough came when he launched L2 Inc., a research firm that tracked brand performance. It wasn't a unicorn. It didn't go viral. It took nearly a decade to grow, gain traction, and become valuable enough to sell. He put in the hours. He reinvested in himself. He took calculated risks and absorbed pain. Success isn't about bursts of brilliance. It's about the cumulative weight of intelligent effort. Galloway. Discipline, the foundation of wealth. Hard work means nothing without discipline. Discipline is saying no to what feels good now for what pays off later. Delaying gratification. Resisting dopamine-driven decisions. Sacrificing comfort for growth. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. The financially free are not the smartest or luckiest. They are the most disciplined. They live below their means, invest consistently, and play the long game, even when it's boring. They understand that money is a tool, not a trophy. Delayed gratification. the most powerful money skill. Studies show that the ability to delay gratification is a stronger predictor of success than IQ. Remember the famous marshmallow test? Kids who could resist eating one marshmallow for 15 minutes to get two ended up scoring higher in life across nearly every metric. Income, health, education, emotional stability. Wealth is the adult version of that test, played over decades. Will you spend that bonus on luxury now? Or invest it? Will you binge Netflix? Or build a side hustle? Will you flex for your friends? Or save for your future? Wealth comes from consistently choosing later over now. Work smart. Strategy beats sweat alone. Now, don't misunderstand Galloway. He doesn't glorify burnout. He's not saying grind until you collapse. He's saying, hard work must be paired with strategy. Working long hours in the wrong job for the wrong boss in the wrong industry is a treadmill to nowhere. You don't just need effort. You need leverage. Strategic work looks like working in high-growth industries, tech, healthcare, AI, learning monetizable skills, sales, finance, data, communication, taking equity, not just salary, building assets, IP, businesses, brand, saying no to distraction and dilution, prioritizing what moves the needle, not what fills the calendar. Work hard, but only on what matters. The trap of comfort in your 20s and 30s. This is the decade that most people waste. Instead of building, they're binging. Instead of saving, they're spending. Instead of grinding, they're glowing up for Instagram. You can party in your 20s and 30s, or your 60s and 70s. Pick one. Galloway. When you front-load the sacrifice, you buy back freedom later. This is the time to learn ruthlessly, invest aggressively, live cheaply, take risks, feel fast, build assets, say no to lifestyle inflation. Because the earlier you work smart and invest, the more time compounds your effort. Warning. If you delay the pain now, you pay later. Comfort now equals crisis later. If you spend everything you earn, avoid growth opportunities, skip investing, refuse to learn, ignore health, your 40s, 50s, and 60s will be full of panic, regret, and scarcity. But if you live like a student, build like a soldier, save like a minimalist, learn like your life depends on it, you buy yourself options, freedom, peace. The harsh reality? Most people will work hard for 40 years because they avoided working smart for 10. Galloway. Action prompts. Build smart discipline into your life. Let's make this practical. How do you actually live out this principle? 1. Set your North Star, freedom vision. Define. What does financial freedom look like to you? Is it quitting a 9-to-5? Owning your home? Traveling? Time with family? When your why is clear, your how gets easier. 2. Build a weekly system. Track your hours. Measure your effort. Audit your schedule. Use this framework. Time block focus. 6 to 9 a.m. deep work. Writing, learning. 9 to 5 p.m. core job plus upskilling. 5 to 7 p.m. fitness plus recovery. 7 to 10 p.m. projects, relationships. Even 2 focused hours a day compounds into over 700 hours a year. 3. Adopt the 25% rule. Whatever you earn, live on 75%. Invest the rest. This builds muscle memory for wealth creation and forces lifestyle discipline. 4. Implement friction to reduce impulse. Set up your life to protect you from yourself. Delete shopping apps. Automate investments. Use timers to block social media. Cut toxic financial influences. Discipline isn't about willpower. It's about designing your environment for success. 5. Find painful accountability. Tell a friend your goal. Hire a coach. Create consequences. What gets measured gets improved. What gets public gets done. Peter Drucker. A realistic vision of wealth. Grind first, reap later. Wealth is not about never working. It's about working intelligently, intensely, and early so that later you have options. The wealthy don't retire at 35 by accident. They front-load the pain, maximize their skills, and stay focused while others drift. It's not sexy. It's not viral. But it works. Key takeaways from law number 3: hard work plus strategy. Let's recap the most vital insights. 1. Hard work is non-negotiable, but it must be strategic. Burnout in the wrong direction is still failure. 2. Discipline buys freedom. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep, invest, and delay. 3. Sacrifice now equals freedom later. Your 20s and 30s are for building, not consuming. 4. Play the long game. Get rich slowly. It's the only plan that works for most people. 5. Avoid the comfort trap. Indulgence today is the seed of crisis tomorrow. Galloway's final word: there are no shortcuts, just intelligent decisions repeated often, backed by massive effort. That's the only algorithm that produces wealth with certainty. Conclusion: you have one life, spend it strategically. There are two kinds of pain in life: the pain of discipline, or the pain of regret. Choose wisely, because your choices today determine whether your future is full of freedom or frustration. Part 5. Law number 4: meaningful relationships. Key concept: wealth is also built through family and community. You can be rich and miserable, or loved and truly wealthy. What if the most undervalued asset in wealth building has nothing to do with money? What if the true measure of wealth isn't just how much you earn, but who shows up at your funeral? In a world obsessed with productivity, passive income, and profit margins, Scott Galloway reminds us of something crucial. The most important investment you'll ever make isn't in a stock or startup. It's in people. And those who neglect this truth often find that financial success without relational wealth leads not to joy, but to emptiness. Rethinking wealth, relationships as capital. Galloway challenges the modern definition of rich. Not just money, but time, health, and meaningful relationships. He says, if you die with $10 million but no one who wants to hold your hand, you're not rich. You're poor. Let that sink in. In the Algebra of Wealth, law number 4 teaches us that relationships are a form of capital, perhaps the most valuable form. Just like financial capital can be saved, invested, grown, protected, or wasted, so can your relational capital. And unlike money, relational wealth compounds in joy, peace, and fulfillment. Why relationships matter. The data doesn't lie. Let's get practical. This isn't just a feel-good idea. It's backed by hard science. The Harvard study of adult development, the longest-running study on human happiness, spanning over 80 years, concluded, the clearest predictor of long-term happiness and health is not wealth, fame, or career success, but the quality of your relationships. That's it. Not net worth, not degrees, not IQ, but love, connection, belonging. Galloway often points to this study, and many like it, to say, pursue money, yes, but not at the expense of your relationships, or you'll lose everything that matters. Types of relationship capital that build true wealth. Let's look at 4 powerful relationship pillars that contribute directly to success, happiness, and longevity. Keycap 1: mentorship and professional networks. Behind every successful person is someone who believed in them before they believed in themselves. Mentorship isn't luck. It's relational leverage. Scott Galloway credits much of his career trajectory to people who took a chance on him, opened doors, challenged him, and gave feedback. Mentors: open high-trust networks. Shorten your learning curve. Offer perspective you can't get alone. Connect you to opportunities you never knew existed. Likewise, building professional networks is not just about networking events. It's about authentic relationships grounded in value exchange, trust, and generosity. Your network is your net worth is more than a cliche. It's a strategy. Keycap 2: marriage and long-term love. One of the most statistically significant factors in wealth preservation. Stable marriage. Numerous studies show married people accumulate more wealth. They take fewer financial risks. They save more and spend less. They live longer and report higher life satisfaction. But Galloway doesn't promote marriage for the tax benefits. He believes in companionship as a spiritual and emotional investment. Marriage is not just about love. It's a decision to build with someone. It's the most powerful merger you'll ever make. Keycap 3 close friendships. In the busyness of career building, we often neglect old friends. But studies show that having 2 to 3 close friendships dramatically reduces depression, anxiety, physical illness, risk of early death. Friendships remind us who we are, provide emotional release, offer accountability, give life meaning. Galloway urges, make the call, reconnect, say yes to lunch, because friendships are like plants. Ignore them, and they die. Keycap 4 community and belonging. Wealth is holistic. It includes feeling like you matter, you are seen, you are part of something larger. Religious groups, clubs, masterminds, sports teams, nonprofits, these circles compound emotional and spiritual health. In a world of screens, digital noise, and shallow likes, deep community is rare and priceless. Pitfalls, the high cost of isolation. Scott Galloway is raw about his own struggles with loneliness, especially after divorce. He warns, wealth can isolate you if you let it. Here are the common traps. 1. Success without intimacy. You earn more. Your title grows. But the calls, messages, and dinners grow cold. People start to admire you, but don't know you. Admiration is not the same as love. You can die admired and utterly alone. 2. Toxic relationships. Just like money, not all relationships are good investments. Some drain you emotionally, derail your focus, destroy your self-worth, abuse your loyalty. Wealthy people often hold onto toxic people for optics, fear, or guilt. But true relational capital is built with safe, truthful, and loving people. 3. Transactional living. When everything becomes about ROI, what can I get? You lose the essence of connection. People feel it. They withdraw. Relational wealth is built on giving, not gaming. Give without keeping score. The dividends are richer than money. Galloway. Action plan. Build and protect high-value relationships. Let's break this into practical, strategic steps. 1. Audit your current relationships. Ask, who energizes me? Who drains me? Who do I admire? Who do I miss? Make a 2-column list. Nourish/prune. Start making space for what matters and removing what doesn't. 2. Initiate 3 reconnection conversations. Pick 3 people you haven't talked to in a while, old friends, mentors, family. Send a message. Hey, I've been thinking about you. I miss our talks. Can we catch up? No agenda. No pitch. Just love. This one habit can revive your joy and perspective overnight. 3. Protect your inner circle. Who are your 3 to 5 core people? Invest in them weekly. Schedule time proactively. Celebrate their wins. Be present in their pain. Protect those relations. Like treasure because they are. 4. Practice relational generosity. Each week, do one of the following. Send an encouraging voice note. Connect 2 people who could help each other. Write a handwritten thank you note. Publicly celebrate someone's impact. Givers are not losers. They are relational billionaires. 5. Be authentically present. When you're with people, be there. Fully. Put the phone down. Make eye contact. Ask questions. Listen more. Presence is the rarest form of wealth today. Key takeaways from law number 4: meaningful relationships. 1. Relational capital is real capital. Love, trust, and support are assets that grow your joy and security. 2. Isolation is expensive. Success without relationships leads to burnout, depression, and regret. 3. Relationships require investment. Time, energy, vulnerability, and intention are the currency of connection. 4. Relational wealth compounds. A strong support system increases health, success, and emotional resilience over time. 5. The richest people are not the wealthiest but the most loved. At the end of your life, it won't be the commas in your bank account that matter. It will be the people by your side. Galloway's final word. If I could offer one guaranteed path to happiness and a rich life, it would be this: invest in the people you love. That is the highest return you'll ever see. Conclusion: build wealth in what truly matters. Money can buy comfort, but only relationships bring joy. Fame can win attention, but only love builds belonging. Success can fill your calendar, but only connection fills your heart. If you want to be truly wealthy, invest in your emotional portfolio as aggressively as your financial one. Because in the end, wealth without love is just a lonely number. Part 6. Bonus principles and financial gems. Extras not directly tied to the 4 laws, but deeply valuable truths about money, wealth, and freedom. It's not what you earn, it's what you own. Most people believe that the path to wealth is a high-paying job. But here's the uncomfortable truth Scott Galloway emphasizes again and again. You will never get rich renting out your time. You get rich owning things. A 6-figure salary might feel impressive, but income doesn't create lasting wealth, equity does. You don't need to be born into money. You don't need an MBA or a perfect investment strategy. But if you don't understand these hidden principles, the algebra behind the algebra, you may work hard your entire life and still be broke. Let's explore the hidden gems of the Algebra of Wealth. Bonus insights that Galloway drops along the way, often as one-liners that deserve full chapters. 1. Equity over income. Own, don't just earn. The middle class is taught to chase income. The wealthy are taught to chase ownership. Galloway's sharpest observation is this: a high income keeps you busy. Equity makes you free. Let's break it down. A $250,000 job sounds great, but you're still trading hours for dollars. Owning 5% of a company, an apartment, or a media brand that scales. That's wealth that grows while you sleep. Equity creates leverage. It lets you scale value without scaling effort. Real examples. Jeff Bezos didn't get rich from his salary, he got rich from owning Amazon stock. Tech employees become millionaires not from paychecks, but from equity stakes, RSUs, stock options. Entrepreneurs build generational wealth because they own the system, not because they work longer hours. Galloway's rule: if you want to be wealthy, own something. Anything. A small business, real estate, intellectual property, equity in your employer. Even if it starts small, a vending machine, an ebook, a YouTube channel, 10 shares of an ETF, ownership is the seed of freedom. 2. The illusion of job security. Most people think their 9-to-5 job is safe. They believe a stable job means stable income. A big company will protect them. Showing up and working hard is enough. But Galloway exposes this myth. Your job is not your security. Your skills, brand, and equity are. In today's economy, layoffs happen overnight. Automation replaces roles. Companies prioritize shareholders, not employees. Hard truth: your employer will cut costs before they protect loyalty. If you think you're safe, you're vulnerable. Instead of chasing job security, chase skill security, income diversification, entrepreneurial thinking, personal brand equity. Build a foundation that doesn't collapse if your paycheck disappears. If your life would implode after missing 2 paychecks, you're not secure. You're trapped. Galloway. 3. The trap of lifestyle inflation. You get a raise. You upgrade your phone, your car, your vacations. You get another raise. Now it's luxury clothes, daily DoorDash, and a bigger house. And suddenly you're earning more, but still broke. This is lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the most subtle, seductive traps of modern capitalism. Capitalism's greatest trick is convincing you that success is spending more. Real wealth is spending less. Galloway. Lifestyle inflation dangers. You become dependent on high income to survive. You have nothing left to invest. You become a slave to your image. Your savings rate flatlines, or worse, goes negative. Solution: freeze your lifestyle at a modest level even when income rises. Automate savings and investments before spending. Practice what Galloway calls fiscal discipline. The courage to live simply, even when you don't have to. This is not about deprivation. It's about buying back your time, creating margin, and owning your choices. 4. Start investing early and consistently. The most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. Albert Einstein. But compounding only works with one ingredient, time. Galloway is brutal on this point. Your biggest financial advantage is not talent. It's youth. Investing $200 per month from age 22 to 32 can produce more wealth than investing $500 per month from age 35 to 60. Why? Because time multiplies money. Let's look at two imaginary people. Alex starts investing at 22. Invests $300 per month for 10 years. Stops at 32. Never adds another dime. At age 65. $500,000. Jordan starts investing at 32. Invests $300 per month for 30 years. At age 65. $400,000. Alex contributed 1/3 as much money, but ends up with more wealth. That's the math of compounding. Galloway's advice: start investing yesterday. Don't time the market. Spend time in the market. Use low-cost index funds, e.g. VTI SPY. Automate everything. Set it and forget it. Galloway's mini playbook for financial strength. Let's summarize these bonus gems into a checklist. 1. Own something. Don't just earn, own. Start a small business. Ask for equity in your company. Buy stocks, REITs, or real estate. Create intellectual property, courses, books, YouTube. 2. Protect yourself from job fragility. Your employer is not your financial plan. Build a personal brand. Diversify income streams. Learn recession-proof skills. Sales, tech, finance. Have at least 6 to 12 months of emergency savings. 3. Live below your means always. Wealth is what you keep, not what you earn. Cap your housing and lifestyle expenses. Don't finance depreciating assets, like cars or luxury gadgets. Focus on net worth, not status flexes. 4. Invest like clockwork. Wealth creation is boring, repetitive, and powerful. Pick simple index funds, e.g. S&P 500. Set a monthly investment amount. Automate it. Never stop. 5. Don't compare your life to others. Comparison is the thief of financial peace. Stop scrolling wealth porn on Instagram. Run your own race. Define your enough, and live by it. Final wisdom from Galloway. The most important financial decision you'll make is not what stock to buy or job to take. It's when to start and who to become. Final reflection. Choose the slow, certain path. In a culture that worships fast results, viral wins, and overnight success, Galloway invites us to something timeless. Discipline, ownership, patience, value, relationships, simplicity. If you internalize even a few of these bonus gems, you're already on the path most people will never find. Not because it's hidden, but because it's uncomfortable. Next up, final chapter recap plus 30-day action plan. We'll pull together all 4 laws plus bonus insights into one clear roadmap, with daily and weekly actions you can take to design a life of true wealth. Part 7. Recap, takeaways, and action plan. Goal. Cement the core lessons and provide a clear, actionable path toward transformation. Opening reflection. Where could you be in 10 years? Pause for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine your life 10 years from now. Where are you living? Who's around you? Are you working? Or are you free? Are you thriving? Or just surviving? Now ask yourself, if I stay on my current path, where will I end up? And more importantly, what would change if I started applying these principles today? Scott Galloway's Algebra of Wealth isn't just a book. It's a mirror, a roadmap, and a wake-up call. The path to financial freedom is not a secret. It's a set of principles applied relentlessly over time. Scott Galloway. Let's recap those principles and equip you with the tools to turn knowledge into action. The 4 laws of wealth, a concise recap. Law number 1. Compound luck. You can manufacture your own luck by increasing your surface area for serendipity. This means showing up consistently, taking intelligent risks, putting yourself in rooms where opportunity flows, investing in education, brand, and relationships. Luck is not random. It favors the prepared, the visible, and the daring. Law number 2. Diversified talent. In today's economy, being good at one thing isn't enough. You need to stack multiple useful skills. Think storytelling plus analysis, tech plus sales, empathy plus leadership, design plus entrepreneurship. You don't need to be world-class at anything. You need to be dangerously competent at many things. Law number 3. Hard work plus strategy. This is the anti-hack law. There are no shortcuts. True wealth is built through discipline, delayed gratification, ruthless focus, smart work in the right direction. The hard life now becomes the easy life later. Law number 4. Meaningful relationships. Money alone won't make you rich. Real wealth is people who love you, mentors who guide you, friends who show up, a partner who builds with you, a community that holds you. Relational capital is the only wealth that grows even as you give it away. Bonus financial gems, unmissable truths. In addition to the 4 laws, Galloway shares timeless financial principles. Don't just earn equity salary. Start investing early. Compound interest is your superpower. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Don't spend like you're rich. Invest like you're building. Build job-proof skills. Job security is a myth. Skill security is real. Live simply, grow steadily. Freedom lies in margin, not indulgence. Together, these ideas form a complete philosophy for wealth, not just money, but life mastery. Your 10-point wealth action plan. Apply the algebra. Live the transformation. Let's turn big ideas into bold actions. 1. Define your freedom vision. Before anything else, write a clear description of your dream life 10 years from now. How much do you need per month to be free? What does a wealthy, peaceful, balanced life look like for you? This is your North Star. 2. Audit your current trajectory. Evaluate your life honestly. Are your habits aligned with your goals? Is your job taking you closer to freedom, or just giving you a paycheck? Are your relationships building or draining your emotional capital? Awareness is the first step toward change. 3. Increase your luck surface area. Start making small, intentional changes. Show up in new spaces. Network weekly. Online or offline. Publish online to showcase your thinking. Take one calculated risk every quarter. Luck flows where visibility, skill, and courage intersect. 4. Start stacking skills. Pick 1 or 2 new skills to learn this year. Suggestions: copywriting, coding, public speaking, sales and negotiation, financial literacy, emotional intelligence. Stack, blend, compound, repeat. 5. Create a personal brand. In the age of AI and noise, being known is currency. Start simple. Build a clean LinkedIn profile. Write weekly insights on a blog or social media. Share what you learn, not just what you sell. Trust and visibility open doors. 6. Master your money. Adopt a simple money formula. Spend 60%. Save 10%. Invest 20%. Give 10%. Use automation to make wealth building effortless. Automatic transfers to savings and brokerage accounts. Budget tracking tools, e.g., Inab, Mint, Monarch. Money loves order. Wealth follows structure. 7. Live below your means. Even when you start earning more, lock in your lifestyle. Avoid unnecessary car payments, debt-fueled vacations, social comparison traps. Every dollar not spent is a dollar that buys freedom. 8. Invest early and consistently. Start with simple, proven methods. Low-fee index funds, S&P 500, total market ETFs, dollar-cost averaging, monthly investments, regardless of market swings. Retirement accounts, IRA, 401k, TFSA, etc. Time plus consistency equals your secret weapon. 9. Cultivate deep relationships. Reach out, reconnect, invest, schedule monthly calls with old friends. Find mentors and add value to them. Join mastermind groups, local meetups, or volunteer circles. Be present, curious, generous. People are your greatest asset. Nurture them. 10. Play the long game. Wealth is not a weekend event. It's a lifelong journey. Expect slow gains, emotional setbacks, boring phases, doubts and delays. But if you stay the course, you'll reach a place most people never see. Long-term thinking is the ultimate competitive advantage. Jeff Bezos. Reflection. What if you started today? Let's return to that image we opened with. Imagine the best version of yourself. Free from debt. Living purposefully. Surrounded by love. Waking up to choice, not obligation. Building, not begging. Giving, not grasping. At peace with money, with time, with yourself. Now ask, what's stopping you from beginning right now? Every great life begins with a decision to no longer settle. Final charge. Go build the life you were meant for. You now hold the blueprint, the laws of mindset, the science of skill, the power of persistence, the wealth of love, and the hidden gems of ownership and simplicity. This isn't just about financial literacy. This is about becoming someone who lives freely, fruitfully, and fearlessly. So, now go apply the algebra and build the life you were meant for. Because wealth is not just money. Wealth is freedom, purpose, people, peace, and starting today it can be yours. Action plan. Your 10-point wealth action plan. Use this as your starter blueprint to apply the algebra of wealth.
Action description.
1. Define your vision. Picture your life 10 years from now. What does wealth mean? Freedom, legacy, security. 2. Audit your current path. Are your habits, skills, and circles aligned with that vision? 3. Increase luck surface area. Attend one new event monthly. Reach out to one new connection weekly. 4. Start stacking skills. Choose one new skill this quarter. Public speaking, coding, Excel, digital marketing. 5. Build your personal brand. Publish insights online. Update LinkedIn. Become visible, not invisible. 6. Automate your finances. Set savings/investments on autopilot. Adopt a saving formula. 60/10/20/10. 7. Freeze your lifestyle. When income rises, invest, not upgrade. Store the difference. 8. Invest early and consistently. Use low-cost index funds. Let time do the heavy lifting. 9. Invest in relationships. Schedule regular check-ins with friends, mentors, partner. Serve without reward in mind. 10. Play the long game. Reject short-term buzz. Stay focused. Embrace boring but effective habits. Reflection. Where could you be in 10 years? Take a deep breath and imagine. No money anxiety for yourself or loved ones. A diverse, potent skill set that gives you leverage. Genuine relationships that support and nurture you. Options. Time freedom, location freedom, creative freedom. And then ask, what's stopping you from starting right now? The answer matters more than the barriers. Final charge. Build the life you were meant for. You've been given a map, 4 laws, bonus principles, and a 10-step plan. This isn't motivational fluff. It's a war plan for your life. If you act on it consistently, you won't just get rich, you'll become free. You won't just survive, you'll thrive. You won't just age, you'll become. So here's my final and most important challenge. Now go apply the algebra and build the life you were meant for. Because real wealth isn't found in investments. It's discovered in intentional living.